Hello, everybody. This is Kyrix with another edition of This Week in Kyrix. Today is Wednesday, February 24th of 2016, and oh my god. Well, the week's been kind of shitty for me. I mean, it's minor stuff. Like, the previous week I already mentioned that, oh, well, didn't do clicks last week, you know. Saturday was going to be so exciting because there was this big event for HeroClix in Orlando. My friend was going to take me up there. He was going to loan me the money for it, and I was going to pay him back at the start of the month. And I was all set for it. And Friday night, I call him, I'm like, hey, are we going to go? He's like, well, I don't know. I got to check things. I get a hold of him around 11, and he's like, well, no, I'm going to take some overtime instead. Call one of our other friends, ask him. Well, because it was so late, it didn't get me anywhere to ask him. So long story short, Saturday rolled around, and I stayed home and played Suikoden. That bad news was balanced with some good news. I finished Suikoden 1. Finished it Monday, I believe, actually. Maybe it was Sunday, I don't remember. Hi, girls. Behave. So, Monday went about as well as Monday could go. Not that there's anything bad, but nothing particularly good. So, today rolls around, or yesterday, I guess. It's still pretty much today for me, because it's only like 1:10 in the morning, 1:12. So, Tuesday rolls around. Judge comes over, we go hang out. He drops off Saga Frontier for me, which is sitting right next to me. I give him Suikoden, nice smooth trade. Give him some stuff that I got from the food bank. It was hummus, garlic roasted hummus or whatever. I don't do hummus, but he loves it. So I'm like, well, it's just gonna rot in the fridge if I don't give it away. So I gave it to him. So we go to HeroClix. We spend like an hour or two just hanging out in various game stores, getting video games and whatnot. Anyway, we go to the bookstore where we game, and nobody's there, so we don't really play clicks. We play Dragon Ball Z card game. So that was fun. And we decided, oh, we're gonna see Deadpool when we get done. So we have like an hour or so to spare. So we go up to Steak and Shake. We were gonna go to Wendy's, but the Wendy's we went to is freaking closed for renovations. So we went to Steak and Shake. Good place, by the way. I enjoyed it. I got chicken strips with a plate of fries on mine, plus both of the judges' plate of fries. Got real little fries there, like kind of like potato sticks, if you ever buy those. Yeah, the cats are being frisky. They're playing. I don't know if you heard that. I don't know how you couldn't have, but if you heard all that jingling and bouncing, that's Rio and Willow chasing each other back and forth through the room. They're good girls. They're having fun. So we almost miss the start of Deadpool. We miss all the previews. We miss all the commercials. We get there as the movie's starting, as the opening credits are scrolling. So I don't know how much we actually missed. But we get there. We see the movie. It's a great movie. I had a lot of fun. As someone who read all the Deadpool comics from his first series, I didn't read any of his X-Force appearances before he got his own spin-off. Everything from his first series appearance all the way up to Secret Invasion. I read everything there, and even some of Dark Reign. As someone who's read all of that, the attention to detail in this movie was amazing. And there were some non-spoiler changes, like his origin, he's a mutant instead of being part of Wolverine's thing. That's for legal rights, and I let that go. That's not a big deal, There were a couple other changes here and there, but nothing big enough to make me like, oh god. Hold on a second. What are they doing? Girls? Okay, you're being good. It's Willow making the noise, and Willow's not the kind of kitty to crap outside her box, so I know it's not her scratching somewhere like she might go. Which kitty is this? This is Willow. This is kind of dark, actually, that Willow needs to groom herself, because Willow is kind of... Willow has, I assume, a flea allergy. She's licked so much of the fur off of her sides. It's very depressing to see her do that, It's very sad, actually, because she's a beautiful cat, and she's bald on her sides because she's overlicked herself. And dogs and cats do this all the time. That's one of the main reasons why Chihuahuas wear sweaters, because they eat their back, So, anyway, we go to Deadpool. We hang out. We have a lot of fun. We're driving home. I remember, oh yeah, I got to get your hummus because it needs to be refrigerated. And we were out all day. So I'm trotting up to my door. I'm feeling good. I had a reasonably fun time. The DBZ card game was marred by the fact that my friend accidentally put the deck away with his other stuff, so some of the cards got mixed, and none of them were shuffled properly. So he wasn't able to play the deck out, and I didn't get anything resembling a challenge out of it. It was basically spoon-fed to me, which wasn't fun for either of us. But other than that, we had fun. I get up to my door and I see a piece of paper taped to it. I look at it, and it's the complex saying, "Hey, you haven't paid your water bill. It's $400 and something, like $441, and you have until Friday to pay it." This is delivered on Tuesday. They're giving me like 4 days notice, and partial payments will not be accepted. So it's not like I can come up with $200 and get the rest next month. And if I don't get it, they start the eviction process. But all is not lost, because earlier in the week, a friend of mine told me that his friend, who I also know, it's not like it's some stranger to me, we don't hang out, but we do hang out with him. I mean, we get along just fine when we're around each other. He's a cool guy, really cool guy. He told me that he recently moved to a new place and he was looking for a roommate, and he was willing to give me the roommate spot for $400 a month, and I'm paying $500 plus here. And I kind of passed it off because I've still been job hunting, and at the time, the job at the pub looked like it was going to line up perfectly. Turns out, apparently, one of the guys who got an application before they ran out turned it in and got accepted, so I missed the pub job through no fault of my own. I mean, it's not like I wasn't up there every day, twice a day most of the time. So I was on him about it, and it's not like I didn't fill out the application. There was none to fill out. By the time I even knew about the job, they were gone. So it's not, I can at least say it was no fault of my own. But there's no way, especially after my aunt already loaned us like $150, there's no goddamn way I can come up with $450 in 3 days. It's just not going to happen. And even if it does, let's say it does. Let's say I pull one more rabbit out of my ass. Here's $450. I've got my water bill, right? If I don't have a job before March, I'll be right back in this boat. Or before the end of March, I'll be right back in this boat. But with the added caveat that by then, my friend will have had to get someone else as a roommate. Right now, I've got a window because he knows I've got the animals. I don't know if he knows how many animals I have, but apparently he's fine with the critters. I can move in, get all my stuff. It's got internet, it's got cable, it's got lights and water that I don't have to pay for. I just hand him $400 to start of every month. That'll give me some money to play with, some money that I can start getting caught up on my debts, like paying off Fingerhut, paying off my friend, getting my credit cards paid. Maybe within a year or two, have enough to have something resembling a goddamn life again. And Mom would end up either with my aunt, which I'm going to try to push for, or a nursing home. And she wants to move into a nursing home because she likes the company there. And they have people on hand to take care of her at all times, Not that I don't take care of her, but I also go out a lot. And that leaves me with times where I'm not here if she needs a soda or a snack or something, because she can't move around to the kitchen on her own, And if it weren't, and the place, to put it into perspective, I live in Clearwater. This place is in St. Pete. I think it's like 15 miles from where I am now, something like that. It's not an unsurmountable distance, I mean, if I were to walk it, it would take me 5 hours. It's like 30 minutes by car, so by bike, I don't know, maybe an hour on the bus. Bike, maybe an hour and a half. No worse than the walk I make to the game store every week. I could do it if I had to. And having my girls with me, my dog and my cats, it's fantastic. I mean, I'd be away from my friends, but they don't always come over. That, to be honest, the house has become such a mess because of my niece that when she was here, that they don't really come over that much anyway. And I don't really invite many people in because I'm kind of ashamed of how bad it got. But the thing that kills me is my mom's cat. because, as far as we can tell, none of the nursing homes will take a pet. Oh, thank you. Oh no, I thought that was Keith. I was about to say, oh, thank you, Keith, but no, that's me. So that means, oh, I have improved. Yay, I have improved. But to perspective this whole thing again. If if the nursing home won't take her cat, then that means I have to, which means another pet that I have to bring, especially since I'm going to try and get my friend's cat for her as well. That means I'll be moving with 6 cats and a dog. But then again, and the cat will be heartbroken because she loves my mom. She spends all her she doesn't even go out of that room. She hasn't, despite the door being open all the time, I don't think she's left that room in 4 months. I really don't. She doesn't leave ever. She just stays in there with mom all the time. Even when mom's gone, she stays in the room. But let's say the nursing home does take her. Well, that cat adores me too. Not so much that she'd want to stay with me, but every time she sees me, that cat just comes up and meows and just loves me, greets me. Greets me like a human by voice, and greets me like a cat by sniffing me or sniffing my nose and closing her eyes. Cat stuff, too, so. And the sad thing is, and I even apologized to Mom, if anything, I seem more broken up about the cat than anything. And I told her it's not that I value the cat more than I do you or this apartment. It's the fact that you and I know why we're moving, why it has to be. This cat doesn't fucking know. She's incapable of understanding why one of her 2 people is going to be taken from her. Because I promise you, if the cat goes with me, I'm not going to be able to get her to see Mom. She'll never see her again. I mean, and if she goes with Mom, I live so far now that I don't know that I'd be able to go see her. I would love to, but I'd be entirely reliant on other people for transportation, more so than I am now. So, it's kind of a lose-lose in that regard. But I'm going to try to talk my aunt into somehow taking my mother. Because then she could have her cat, She could have her cat, she would have her sister nearby, She would have someone to talk to. Granted, she doesn't get along with my uncle at all. But, it's just kind of a thing. I'm going to hire a maid. I can afford it now between me and Kisa bringing in an income. But, oh, she's going to start today, that's all. What are you doing, animal? Hi, Winkles. So, I mean, it's kind of a mixed bag in that I really need this to be a thing. I absolutely do. I mean, it's... As much as I wish that I could just continue just striking it out on my own, living in my apartment, it's not an option. It really isn't. I mean, I gave it the best run anybody could. I don't know if anyone could have done this better than I did. I had a year. I had a full year. I had a decent year, considering the mind-numbing poverty I found myself in, But that year's over. I had a run, and I fucking lost. It's kind of like Kisa all over again. Like I told everyone, sometimes you can do everything in your power, and it's just not enough. Enough, Winkles. Leave her alone. Willow's just as allowed to come over and see me and eat my toes as you are. And that's exactly what the little brat's doing. Just chewing on Daddy's toes. Willow's actually been very cuddly lately. This morning, I took a nap. And I woke up, or kind of undozed, as it were. Ooh, hold on a second. Oh, she's cute. Funny thing is, I think you actually get different maids on different days, so. But, oh, the cats are going to greet her. That's adorable. But, like I said, there's, refusing this would just be pride at this point. And, I mean, I do have pride. I love this house. I do. It's perfect. It's everything about it is so fantastic. It's the location. It's the house itself. I'm really gonna miss my, I'm gonna miss my bathroom. I'm gonna miss my giant closet. But the thing that literally for a moment actually almost reduced me to tears is the idea that I'm never gonna get the chance to have this be the house I wanted it to be. There's not gonna be that magic moment. Really? Did you drop it, Willow? Here. Where'd you get this washcloth? Here. Go get it. Go get it. Yeah, I friggin' stopped mid-sentence because here comes Willow charging up with a washcloth in her mouth. And then she dropped it. Hi, baby girl. Yeah. I'm not going to have this magic moment where I pay for a storage shed and am able to get things away and unpacked. I've never even finished unpacking. I've lived here a year. I've never had the chance to finish unpacking. No idea what that fucking does to me. You really don't. We'll chat with her. Does she have a name? But yeah, the idea that I'm not gonna get that bathroom back in order. I'm not gonna be able to turn my closet into something more than a glorified storage shed. Mendy? Mandy? I can't tell. Mendy, oh, she's cute. But the fact that I'm not gonna have that living room into a living room. The dining room's never gonna be a dining room. It's just, it kills me that this house is never really gonna be properly lived in. It just hurts. More than anything else, you know, aside from considerations about my kitties, that's what gets me right now. But, like I said, I'd really be stupid to turn this down, because this is at minimum $100 less than I'm already paying. And no side bills. It's not like, oh, here's $500 for the rent, now come up with power and water. I'm going to pay off my payday advance for the month, and then I'm just going to let that finish. Just going to be done, hopefully, with Amscott, you know? I mean, I'm grateful for everything Amscott's been there for me to do, but oh my god, I hate that I have to make that trek every month to get my money order, and then make the trek the next day to pay off the payday advance, and then go up there a third day in a row to get that payday advance back out just so we can make ends meet. It just kills me. So, barring the possibility that within the next 2 days I get a call back saying, hey, we'd like to hire you for this job, you know? Barring that. And even if I do get a call from, say, Petco, which I have an application for. Let's say Petco calls me up tomorrow, first thing in the morning, wakes my ass up and says, hey, we'd like you to come in for an interview. And I come in for the interview, and I get the job, I still might not have it, because I could turn around and not be able to get that $400, you know, the $450. Because if I can't get the $450, I don't have a place to stay. So, barring the miraculous co-mingling of me getting $450 and that job, then come middle of March at the latest, I'll be staying in my new place, you know? Which is with a friend of mine, you know? I mean, like I said, he's not a friend in the sense that we hang out independently of other friends. Not at the moment, but it's looking like it will be. But we know each other well enough. We get along whenever we're around. We haven't really fought. Although he can be kind of a dick when he gets drunk, but I mean, come on, who of us doesn't have that friend, you know? Hell, I grew up around family like that. It's nothing new to me. It's just, hey, you gonna be drinking tonight? Yeah, okay, let me just pack a lunch for my room, you know? I'm just kind of at a loss here. I really am, and I don't want to be, but I kind of am. But yeah, let's perk up the mood a little bit. Suikoden is a thing. It's done. It's completed. It's maxed out. I've finished it. Whole thing sitting on here. I need to smush together episodes 29 and 30. But yeah, it's gonna be a 30-week project. That's a big fucking project. Oh, Willow. Don't follow her. Sweetie, here. Scratch this. You need to. Willow, honey. Seriously, Willow. Thank you. Which kitty is this? This is Kisa. Okay, he's just at home doing Kisa things. So he's gonna come over here and eat. Just you can come check out Daddy. Serves the same function, all things told. So yeah, it's looking like, barring some truly miraculous circumstances, my time here has come to an end. It's a sad state of affairs. It's the failure of it that really hurts me. I mean, I can rebuild my finances. I can rebuild my credit. It's the fact that this went so horribly wrong. Oh my god, so vocal. It's just the fact of how badly things went that really, really fucking hits me. Oops. I didn't know that was a thing I did. That I even agreed to. But, yeah. Like I said, the failure stings, but if it means that my girls can have a roof over their head, and me too, because that matters, I'll do it, you know? I mean, we've hit the limit, because I've had friends, various friends, usually this one, himself, or friends of his offering to give me a place, you know? And a good deal, and $400 a month is a fantastic deal. And apparently it's in a good neighborhood and it's a nice house, so I'm not downgrading, so that's a thing. The neighborhood doesn't have, so far, any of the things I particularly am looking for, but that doesn't mean I won't know anything until I explore it, you know? It could be exactly what I need, you know? Those are some icky munching noises. You know? So this could be a good thing. There is some definite silver linings. The house comes with internet. I will be back to having high-speed internet and not just 8 gigabytes a month. Which means I will be able to run my D&D games. I'll be able to upload my own videos. I won't need to go to McDonald's. I can just, oh god, this week in Kyrix is done. Click, hit the internet, you know? It'd be fantastic. Don't you dare pee there. You pee right here. And you need to come eat. So, I mean, yeah, there's trouble, but there's silver linings. Oh, is that my... Oh, that's my Winkles. That's actually true to life. Winkles does love to snuggle. One thing I was saying earlier is, Willow's Willow's been in a very cuddly mood. Like I had that nap that I was talking about. I woke up and I lay on my side almost constantly. And I look down and here's Willow snuggled against my chest, just kind of looking up at me like, "Hi, Dad." And that's the first time any of these four cats have done that. As a side note, there's a distinct possibility if I move in there that Betsy will be going home because I looked at the street that my friend said the other guy lived on, and I'm like, that sounds. It's in St. Pete. I happen to look on the fridge at Betsy's pet info. We live like a street apart. Like there, I'll be on First Street North. They'll be on Second Street North. I can go to Betsy's alleged house and see if her owner lives there and say, "Look, I found your cat in Clearwater." You know, Betsy might get to go home, and I love Betsy. I don't want to get rid of her. But she's not particularly happy here. I mean, she's not depressed or anything, but she doesn't really get along with the girls. She doesn't fight with them per se, like she doesn't go out of her way to start anything, but during feeding times things can get a little hissy. And she spends all her time almost just laying in a basket in my room. And she's entitled to, but Willow spends most of her time on one of my TVs, but occasionally she goes somewhere else, you know? And Betsy, while Betsy's perfectly affectionate, if I pet her, she loves to be petted. If I pick her up, she likes to be held. She'll purr, she'll cuddle. But she doesn't come out of her way to seek that out either. So she's not a fulfilled kitty. I bet she misses her person. And if I can reunite them, and I don't get the sense that, oh my God, this person doesn't care about her. If I reunite them and this person is genuinely thrilled to have her back, and she doesn't have like a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a cousin or whatever that got rid of her, and it was just some freak accident that made her end up here, I will gladly return her just so that she can be home, you know? So, there's actually kind of a depressing lost pet sign on the way between my house, where I am now at least, and the gaming store with this one cat. I can't remember what her name was. I think it's Aries. And it's like, she's very loved, she's front declawed, she's never been outside, and she needs medication, so please bring her home. I really hope that her people found her already, or that someone found her for them, and that they just never took that particular sign down. I hope she's home and she's safe. Because I've had a cat who needed medicine. I had Kisa, and he needed his insulin, and it's scary to lose a pet at all, much less one with medical needs. And there's a reward on it, but I could give two shits about a reward. I mean, even now, if there's a friggin' reward for Betsy, I don't care. If I get it, that's nice, but I don't need a reward to reunite someone with their pet. That's their baby, you know? Especially since the reward basically amounts to panic money. Like, oh my god, I'll give you anything to bring back my cat. I don't need anything. If you can spare something, sure, but I don't need. Why is this paused? Oh, I was talking to Winkles. Hi, Willow. Yeah, she's snuggled against me. There we go. I will say one thing. Willow's fur is starting to grow back a little bit. And this move will mean that I can get rid of all the pests in the house. Because I plan to basically bug bomb the house before I move boxes. But after I move the cats and the dog. But no fleas. Because I'm a freaking bathe the shit out of these cats before they go into carriers. You know? And if I have to friggin' soak that house with flea spray when I get there, these girls will not have fleas. I will find a way to deflea these animals. Every fucking one of them. And we'll probably have our own yard there, and if I have to friggin' deflea the yard to keep Maya from dragging them back in, that's what I'll fucking do. Because my girls shouldn't have to suffer through this. Willow is miserable. She, since I got her, has been missing patches of fur, and it's only gotten worse. I mean, it's not like she's in danger of going bald, but she has more spots missing than she did when she moved in here. And Maya, oh my god, just look at her, you can see him crawling through her fur. It's so sad. It's heart-wrenching. It's heartbreaking. It really is. She shouldn't have to be that bad. Anyway, I told my friend, he's like, well, this off's only good for about a month because he needs to fill that spot. And I told him, I'm like, look, before this week is over, I'll know. Winkles is not a good bath kitty. Hi, baby girl. You want to know the fun thing? I'll bet Winkles is just fine, actually. Okay, we're going to get rid of this one because that's apparently a romance thing. Hi, baby girl. Ow! Kidder, kidder. She's going to get up and scratch real quick. And I'm going to do the unthinkable and get myself shredded. But first, let's get some food. Okay, you can prepare waffles. You having fun chewing up Daddy's back scratcher? Silly girl. But, like I said, I know I keep saying it, but it's mostly to reassure myself that by the end of the week, and almost certainly I will be going, but by the end of the week, I'll know if I'm going. So I gotta start getting boxes, because I'm gonna pack. The good news is almost everything I own is already packed in some way, shape, or form. It's just a matter of carrying it, you know? The real kicker's all the other boxes in the house. Mom stuff, mostly. I mean, what I want to do is put it somewhere like a shed or something until we can go and investigate everything and let Mom pick through everything. Because almost all the boxes that are mine are in my room. There might be one or two things elsewhere that I need to look up. But it's mostly Mom stuff, and she needs to decide what she wants to keep, what she wants to get rid of. And that's not how you make waffles. But, yeah. I'm sorry I keep rehashing this. It's a cause for concern for me. But the good news is, if and when, and I almost certainly will be a win, but if and when I make this move, most of my problems should disappear, because almost all my problems have been financial. It's a fact that almost everything that's gone wrong has been a financial thing. Oh shit, part of my counter burned down, didn't it? Well, let me just fix the shit out of that, huh? Nope, that's wrong. So, naturally, being able to be in a place to be in a place where I pay next to nothing, you know. Come on, do the thing. Oh, daylight sensors. Oh, what? There we go. But, like I said, being in a place where I don't have to worry about money, where I don't even need to get a job. That's the beauty of it, is I can keep living exactly as I am and be okay by moving here. Just, that'll be 90% of my problems. Then it's just, oh, I have to pay this much more and this. Yeah, I can manage it. It's entirely doable. Get caught up on Fingerhut, get myself a new TV, you know, because I need one. I desperately need one. Get caught up on my credit card bills, you know, pay my friend back. It's going to be a case of get Fingerhut first, then pay my friend back, and then worry about the credit cards, the debit cards, the PayPal thing, you know, because that's ancillary. It's extra, it's superfluous. It's not something that has to happen right fucking now. You know what I mean? I mean, ideally, I'd get... Well, let me put it this way. Ideally, I will actually see Betsy's owner, and she will be a responsible owner who just had a slip. Her cat got away and somehow ended up in another fucking part of the city. And with any luck, since it's a rich neighborhood, I'll have like a $2,000 reward and be able to get caught up on stuff. But no. I'm not expecting that. It'd be nice, but I'm not expecting that. I'm expecting, at best, her owner to be a responsible, good person who deserves to have their cat back. At which point I will return the cat. And I keep saying she because the name on the microchip is female. You know? And I really kind of hope, as much as I adore this cat, and I do, I really kind of hope that I can give her back to her owner because she will be happier, and so will the owner. You know what I mean? You're not reading shit. You're putting this away before it spoils. You're putting this away. Then you're going to bathe the cat. But, yeah, this week in Kyrix should vastly improve 2 weeks from now. Because I suspect it'll take me a week or so to make the transition, you know? For all I know, I could just run out the fucking clock on this. But we'll see. My sim would think that. Nope. You're coming back in here. Who am I scolding and why? You know what? Let it go. We're bathing the cat. Here we go. Oh no, you're getting bathed. Oh, that's what she's being scolded for. That's who was being scolded and why.
Noogle, Chertog, Narsa.
Okay.
Cassie.
Cat scratch. Anyway, I've managed to recuperate rather well, all things considered, but... Oh, she's not a happy kitty at all. We need to repair this.
Oh, now. See? Shochka root.
She's kind of pissing now with me.
Oh, give them. Oh, Mnushka ma. Who's a gweb quelfie?
That actually did sound like Who's a Good Kitty. You know, in Simlish.
Ooh, I'm Puezo Galoof. Oh, Yalushka Wani, huh? Oh, no, Keku. Oh, Abwanga Quebs.
All right. That's going to be it for now. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.